at this time. Always nice to see that progress in a positive direction. And tonight we'll be watching Steph Curry. Known for his offensive firepower, but he's made major strides in all areas since coming into this league, Shaq.
Yeah, he didn't have great handles when he entered. Now one of the top 2 dribblers in the league.
Yeah, I agree. You know what the funny thing is?
What?
He used to be the guy they sat on the bench in fourth quarters when he first got there. Now he's the clutch guy in the NBA, and his turnover to assist ratio thing has gone down tremendously.
Who does he remind you of, let's say in the last 15 years in the league?
The Jazz look to take charge at Energy Solutions Arena here in Salt Lake City, Utah, and we're going to bring it to you live. Well, it was the Golden State Warriors winning their last game against Sacramento. And just one look at the score tells you all you need to know. They were dominant in just about every area.
And then in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Curry in at the 1 spot. Favors with a screen on Curry. Favors with the screen. 5 to shoot. Back to Hayward. No good. So Golden State will take it the other way. This is their first chance to take a look at the Jazz this season.
And looking back to last season, they won this season series as you'd expect.
Yeah, there's a reason they were a playoff team. I mean, they beat the teams they were supposed to. We'll see if they can do it again tonight.
On defense, the Warriors. It's a 5-point game. The number 1 overall pick in 2005, Andrew Bogut. Great expectations, Greg, for the big Aussie coming in.
Yeah, I mean, a phenomenal rebounder and rim protector. He's got that high basketball IQ from a defensive standpoint. You know, and on offense, he averaged over 20 points a game in college. He's an instinctive passer, just not much more you could ask for.
And so it's Utah here with the ball. After the miss from Stephen Curry. Nato, no good. Nice D from Bogut.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Barnes. And it's 6 points for Steph Curry. Favors with the screen. Thompson against Hayward. Gobert the screen. Hood the pass to Favors. There's the bucket. Good. Well, the Jazz look like the team we're used to seeing for so long last year. A big part of that was how they dictated the pace, Greg, of the game.
Very good point. I mean, the Jazz did a great job of slowing things down and avoiding turning things into a track meet, just focusing on playing to their strengths.
Utah with the ball after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Out to the right wing. And that one's on target from the wing. Hood's got his first basket of the night. And Curry, here we go. And the wide open shot from Green. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
You know, when you look at pace of play, the Jazz last season were the slowest team in the NBA. Had just around 90 possessions a game. So that's how they were able to control pace and grind out wins.
Now here's Favors. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. That's good.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Here's Curry. Derek Favors making his last shot. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
19 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Now here's Burke. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. So here's Burks. With 1 on the clock, and the release was before.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Jazz dancers.
All right, beginning in just a moment. And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Warriors.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And so in the game for the Jazz, pairing up in the backcourt, Trey Burke and Alec Burks. Booker out there with Jeff Withey. And it's Ingles in at the 3. Warriors leading by 6.
Boy, for Alec Burks, he really started to put it all together in his third season. He doubled his scoring average, shooting percentage was up. Then last season, a strong start, but a shoulder injury cut short what I thought was going to be his best season yet.
And here is Burke. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Barbosa dishes to Ezeli. We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Pushing their lead to double digits. Livingston's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively.
Whoa! Goodness. Woo. No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. It was the season of destiny, and the Warriors certainly followed through. Clark, the best team in the league all year, and they finished the job beating the Cavs in the finals.
And they were on a mission from the get-go. They would become another team to win 65 games or more and win the final. Impressive work.
And the Jazz with some changes. Gobert, he's checked in for Jeff Withey. Favors comes in for Booker. Rodney Hood subbed in for Joe Ingles. Different look here for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Spates. Harrison Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. Thompson, he's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. And Steph Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston.
And for the Warriors, they had tough opponents the whole way. I mean, the Pelicans, Grizzlies, and Rockets, they all put up fights. The Cavs in the finals were just as tough with LeBron, but the Warriors found a way to come through.
To the middle. Here's Favors, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
That one goes. Count it.
And for the Warriors, it had been nearly 40 years, guys, since the franchise made it to the finals. They had a lot of pressure on them to win and finish things off, but they got it done and did it in emphatic fashion, winning on the road. The title solidified them as one of the all-time outstanding teams in NBA history.
And Thompson throws it down.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Now here's Burke, guarded by Curry. Favors with a wide open look. Again, Favors missing.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Thompson, good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists in the game. And through the first half,
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. What a start it was for Stephen Curry. He had 9 points and 3 assists. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
The thing I've noticed more than anything is how well they spread the floor at the offensive end. Their spacing has been fantastic, and the end result has been a lot of good looks from three-point land. And now they've established themselves from long range, and the defense has to adapt. They're in really solid position right now.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
Well, they run into a very hot shooting team tonight, fellas. And you combine a hot shooting team with the weak defense they've been playing, you're going to get crushed. I hope coach is coming down hard on them right now because they can't keep giving up so many open looks. What are you doing?
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, anything can happen.
How about Steph Curry in this one? He has 9 points. He's really opened up things for his passing by having so much success from the three-point line.
Yeah, a double threat, really, in a big way today.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Barnes in at the 3 spot.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
A lot of NBA teams have been outright buying developmental league teams. I mean, the Jazz did that last season. They purchased the Idaho Stampede last March, and we see more and more of that happening. One-on-one affiliations between D-League teams and NBA teams.
And Barnes comes to help. Nato covered by Barnes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nato. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And around the NBA, there are some who want to redo how the NBA lottery works. They feel it punishes teams for trying at the end of the season and instead rewards others who maybe aren't doing as well.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for the Warriors. Clark, losing teams handling losing with an eye to the future. It's a slippery slope and a very tough situation, not only for teams, but the league to try to figure out and rule on.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. Well said, and I'm not sure what the answer is. I kind of like where we are with the lottery system, but it's something to reevaluate. I don't think it needs to be tinkered with at this point.
And how about Harrison Barnes, the Black Falcon? I mean, he was a high school phenom in Ames, Iowa, and a lottery pick back in 2012 after 2 seasons at Carolina. Remember also in high school, he was a teammate of Dougie McBuckets. How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Harrison Barnes, of course, went to North Carolina, grew up as a huge fan of former Tar Heel Michael Jordan.
Yeah, interesting, his mother started taping Jordan's games on the VCR years before he was born. His given name, Harrison Bryson Jordan Barnes. How about that for a factoid?
I didn't know that.
Nor did I.
Johnson, he's checked in for Hood. The Warriors also with a sub. Barbosa's checked in. It's stolen by Bogut. And now, in transition, here we go. Iguodala.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Hayward goes in to the paint, and Gobert with the basket on the assist by Hayward. Gobert's got his first points of the game. Bogut with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Golden State moving it around. No good from Spates. Utah comes into this one after the win against New Orleans.
And it goes back to what's been their strength, really on the interior. From a defensive standpoint, they just defended the rim as well as you could.
Yeah, I thought it was really impressive the way they did it, guys. They were alert, they were active, they were aware, and their reaction to shots was outstanding.
It's deflected. It's stolen by Gobert. Hayward outside. Offensive rebound. And it's good. And it's 6 points for Rudy Gobert.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
Iguodala kicks to Spates. Here is Livingston. 5 points in the game. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Iguodala outside, and he gets the bucket. Iguodala's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's a double-digit. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the 4th. Warriors leading by 19 points. Favors and Gobert are the shot-blocking duo inside. Hood out there with Burke, and it's Burks in at the small forward position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Here's Hood. Here's Burke. Bank shot, no good.
You love the closeout on that possession.
Excellent defense, active, and he made it a very tough shot for him.
That drops. 3. And that's 15 points for Steph Curry.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Yeah, 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have come from beyond.
And Gobert kicks to Burks. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound. They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Here's Burke. Here's Gobert. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
And they've made the long range look like a layup at times in this one, guys.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of good, crisp passes.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Jeff Withey, he's checked in for Favors. Joe Ingles comes in for Burks. And Elijah Millsap subbed in for Rodney Hood. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
The NBA has done a terrific job of increasing its presence around the globe. I mean, what was once a national sport has become a global sport in a relatively short time. I think that'll continue to be the case as a larger international presence moves forward.
Miles checked in for Rudy Gobert. Right. And Golden State also making a change. Clark, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. To the left wing. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. You can point to any number of things, Clark, the Warriors did well last year. They play on the road being one of them.
Well, the Warriors were exactly road warriors all season long, partner. Hit the ground running and finished with the league best 28 road wins.
And the Jazz making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Golden State also making some changes. Spates checked in for Azili. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. McAdoo misses. Jazz have gone 0 of 3 to start the 4th quarter.
And for the Warriors, they would go on several road trips undefeated last season. Still, the only time they looked vulnerable were games on the road. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Warriors.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today, you know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And it's always nice to get win number 1 against an opponent you'll be seeing a total of 4 times over the course of the year. They really set the tone tonight for their season series against the Jazz.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Stephen Curry. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
No good from Booker.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot. And you can hear the disappointment in the crowd tonight. But we saw a team that was just ready to do battle in this arena. They clearly wanted this trophy.
Crystal clearly. They came in here determined to steal this game, Greg. Their effort level, I thought, was outstanding, and they just took care of business.
Outside Curry. For the three. Can't get it to fall. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry. He put his team on his back and carried them as we've seen him do before. But it never gets old. A textbook example of making play after play to lead the way.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
The three-point shot was his best friend tonight, fellas. He finished the game with 6. That's 18 big points. It gave their offense a nice multi-dimensional look. They could pound it inside if they wanted. When all else failed, they could just throw it to him, and he was reliable from deep.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me...